thank you for coming and joining us.
You're very welcome.
So,
nice to be here.
Well, we used to have you in a different capacity, but you're now here as Fred Holidays.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about Fred Holidays.
Fred Holidays are amazing. We're very versatile. It's totally tailor-made.
Excellent.
And so basically, you can put any itinerary together that your clients want.
Really?
Whether it's flying rail or air or sea.
Or any
form of transport, yeah. Or even
well, I've spoken to you guys recently about a couple of inquiries, but I was particularly interested actually to have a chat with you about your rail, because I know obviously rail is your background anyway.
Yeah.
But how is rail doing at the moment? So we can sell rail holidays across to the continent, to Europe, etc. But in terms of moving through different countries on rail, what are the restrictions at the moment, and how easy is it? How accessible is it?
It's getting easier,
yeah.
as it is everything, as we all are very, very grateful of. But there isn't any problems I'm aware of at the moment.
Yeah.
And rail is the thing that is actually seeming to be selling easier than anything else. I think because people are more aware of the fact that they don't have to hang around at the airport. Yeah. And of course we have Baggage Man. Do you know about that, Mark?
No. Well, I think you might have told me about it, but for the purpose for everybody else, we'll refresh my memory.
So Baggage Man is a brilliant service for those people that want to travel by rail and they don't want to take that case on and off the trains. Yeah. There's sometimes a limited connection time, and as most people are aware, some of the steps on the trains are quite steep and there's a gap between the platform and the train. So we can pick your client's baggage up from their home 2 days before they go, take it to their cabin if they're doing a cruise or their hotel, and then they'll get it back 2 or 3 days after they come home. Okay. All they need to do is pack an overnight bag, or obviously keep their essential items with them. But it's a really great selling point for those people that may not have tried rail and are being put off of it because of the fact they don't want that case with them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's really good.
In terms of your product, as you said, you can you can do a lot of things, but what's good for you guys? What's hot at the moment?
At the moment, I was actually in the office earlier today, and Ipswich, which was great. So I'm on to the res team and saying, like, what's selling, what's selling. But apparently, one of our best sellers at the moment is multi-centres. Okay. So we're doing a lot of either city multi-centres or European like cities, and then maybe a lake. We're doing lots of lakes in Italy, and a lot of people are just quite happy to do like 3 or 4 centres, not necessarily just Europe. The other thing that's selling as well a lot is rail and sail. Okay. So we're putting a lot of cruises together with iconic rail journeys, maybe the Blue Train, Orient Express, although I do have to tell you, Orient Express is full for 22.
Oh, really?
However,
one of my questions was, what's availability like?
Now there you go. See, you're lucky because today they've released some extra dates. Okay. So we are actually permitted to sell those. I can't tell you the dates or the routes, but they have put on some extra trains because of the because everyone wants to do the Orient Express.
Absolutely,
don't they?
It's an iconic journey, I think, isn't it? And how is it looking into 2023? In which case, is availability okay in 2023?
It's good because a lot of rail lines, especially, haven't released their dates. Right. So we've got people on waiting lists that haven't been able to do them for 22 because of the capacity's just gone. Yep. So 23, we've got a waiting list, not just for rail, for other things as well. But yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. Some good things with river cruising as well. Okay. With Amadeus.
Tell me more.
American Cruise Lines. Do you know about American Cruise Lines? No. So American Cruise Lines do obviously the rivers in America. Yeah. That surprised you, hasn't it? Yeah.
I never guessed.
What do they do? And they do the paddle wheelers as well, which I used to call paddle steamers. Okay. So we do the Mississippi. Yeah. So a lot of people are doing. Now America's opened up. America seems to be flying for us now.
Yeah. We're really, as soon as America opened its borders again, we've got a lot of inquiries from America.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is, I mean, it's good that it's good that we get inquiries for everywhere. To be honest with you, I've touched on the point with a couple of suppliers, how great it must be for the destinations to finally be able to accept tourists back again. Everyone has been hit just as bad as we have in the UK.
We've been on pause rating.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just so lovely, and actually, what's really refreshing is making new bookings rather than just rebooking. People travelling that have rebooked. So that's really nice. But that sounds really good.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and we're also doing we're back with Pandora as well. So the Asian cruising. So we've just got so many different things that we can put together for people now, which is great.
Yeah, and because as you touched on, you can tailor make most things.
Yeah.
But that's kind of your not your niche, but it's something you're really proud of, actually, isn't it? Your tailor-made department and how flexible you can be with what you can
and the guys in the office, there's always someone that knows different things, like everywhere really, I suppose, but we've got a great team where most of them have been to somewhere, and they recommend different hotels, because we can do anything from a 3-star to 5-star.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever people want. I've just been talking to one of your clients actually about Morocco.
Oh, lovely.
And it's one of my favourite places, I have to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, you know, who knows?
Okay, and so where's next in terms of what's hot, in terms of destinations? Have you got any inkling as to what might be or what might become popular later into 2022 or into 2023?
I think Asia is going to reopen again.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people waiting to get back
there
out
is.
there.
Yeah.
So that would be my place that I go to as well, I think, if I had the chance. But I think that's the one that's, you know, on the list.
We're finding we've got a lot of people that are still interested in Japan, which I think actually stemmed from the Rugby World Cup, you know, pre-COVID essentially, or just before COVID.
Yeah.
People are still desperate to get out there, whether it's for the autumn colours, whether it's for cherry blossom. But as you just said, you know, Thailand is hopefully starting to open up its borders. You know, we've got the rules at the moment with they call it the sandbox, where you've got to go to certain destations for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
But actually, as soon as they've opened up, we've just got so much demand for people that want to get back out there.
Exactly.
I think it's going to
And
really take off.
you say about the cherry blossoms, we've got a new Discover programme where we're actually intertwining, again, lots of different iconic journeys and stuff. But the cherry blossoms is one where we're putting that together with the staff of the cruise.
Oh, wow, nice. Okay.
And on the same programme, things like the Cowboy Stampede. So we're doing like special events twinned with iconic journeys or cruising or something like that as well.
Really good.
So the world is your oyster.
Absolutely, yeah. Do you do any sort of like do you have any of your trips that go around and follow sporting events at all?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we do Formula One. We do football matches. If we can get the tickets, which we can for a lot of things, we can put that itinerary together again. If it's a European city or wherever, South Africa for the rugby, or that was last year actually, wasn't it? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think so.
You're obviously not a rugby follower, then, are you?
I'm not a rugby follower. No, I'm a football fan.
But no, that's a good thing. Again, we can do like a lot of sporting events as well.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just conscious of time, but just one last quick question. And I've said this to a couple of the other suppliers. So obviously, clients have a kind of a pent-up demand to travel because they haven't necessarily been able to for the last couple of years, and people maybe are thinking of ticking off some of those bucket list destinations.
Yeah.
In terms of rail journeys, I know we've touched on the Orient Express, so I guess we'll kind of put that one to the side. But what other iconic rail journeys would you recommend for people that really want to get away and do something special?
The Blue Train, Cape Town to Pretoria.
Nice.
That's now 2 days. It used to only be 1 day,
Right.
but I think it's because it leaves later, so you're actually getting the 2 nights on it.
Right. Okay.
Blue Train, Rovers Rail, obviously both South Africa, Trans-Siberian, Rocky Mountaineer. Do I need to go on? You know, there are too many out there, and you don't have to go to the extreme of paying the higher class if you don't want to. I mean, obviously Blue Train is 1 class anyway.
Yeah.
But there's things like Trans-Siberian. We've now been able to get some rates for the lower grades.
Okay.
So if you want to do the journey but you don't want to pay thousands,
it's a little bit more affordable.
yeah, we can do it that way as well.
Brilliant.
So
Okay. Excellent. Oh well, no, it's really lovely to hear just an update actually on you know what you can do. And as I said, you know, it's a new role for you because we've had you in events in the previous hats. But no, it's really lovely to see you, and thank you for your support. We appreciate you coming in and having a chat. So thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to all of our real people. It's weird. Isn't it funny sort of seeing a room full of people?
And it's been really nice.
So.
There's some great interest as well, which is good. Brilliant. You know, because I think also your customers don't really know what we do as a company.
Absolutely.
So that's open their eyes.
And that's the thing. I think, and it was important to get you in here and just have a bit of a chat about what you can offer. Obviously, we work closely with you, and our clients come to us, and we would come to you in turn anyway.
Yeah.
But actually, it's nice to hear, you know, the iconic rail journeys and the fact that you can put the rail with the cruises, etc., and sort of put those together, because it's not something that maybe people have thought of actually, which is so it's always nice to have this kind of scenario.
Some of your customers have thought of it either.
No,
So they have
absolutely.
now.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so you best get back out
They'll be
there.
dashing in tomorrow, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time. I really
Thanks,
appreciate
Mark.
that. Thank you
See
very
you
much.
later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.